babe. Guess how much I've filmed today?
I don't care.
None.
Yeah, we've both been busy as heck.
Dude, we've been
What the heck are you
running
doing?
around, and now because I'm doing this, I'm like burning dinner over here.
Which he told me was done, so I needed to come down right now, and I came and it's done.
I was like, we're just about ready. A couple minutes.
Yeah, and then I wasn't coming down, and you're like, you're coming? And I said, you didn't say it was ready right now. And you're like, I said, oh no. So then I came down, and it's not ready.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm eating right now. This stuff is absolutely incredible. I actually don't know. Get it? Don't know. Okay. That I like this better than just like straight up Ben & Jerry's cookie dough, because they do have a non-dairy cookie dough, which is amazing. Like the non-dairy technology these days, there's literally no reason to eat dairy because, yeah, this shit is just like so freaking good. So, highly recommend. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Been a minute since I actually conversed with you face to face. It's been a relatively busy start to the week, but not even anything crazy. I just haven't been picking up the camera to film. So I think it's kind of a factor of like there was a lot of newness and there were things that I was like excited to talk about and share, and now things are kind of getting into a little bit of a rhythm, and so it just seems less novel to be sharing everything that I'm doing. But I think that's part of what's going to be interesting in this journey for me going forward, is continuing to share my life just as my life, instead of thinking that it has to be some super exciting, new and different thing. So yeah, because I think there's the inherent pieces of our lives are interesting to others. Like I think those are, oftentimes the most interesting things, is like how we go about our day to day and like what the mundane looks like for us. I think is often kind of interesting. So anyways, that's a little bit of a ramble to start the day, but glad to finally see you here. I know I've just been kind of hanging out and chatting with you and taking you on little parts of how my week started, but yeah, I'm excited to kind of get into my day here. It is just about the time that I want to be logging in. So I'm gonna finish making this oatmeal and I'm gonna try to be talking to you more throughout the day today.
Let's go ahead and create this virtual warehouse for the data scientists. The same thing we can also do. Note though that we should have the appropriate rights to do this, and therefore we need to switch the role to the account admin. Very important selling. This is a very important feature that we in general should use if we have this capability. So let's...
Oh, well, I was going to show you guys how I come to bother Jessie. This is the great thing about our offices being next to each other.
Yeah, great.
How great?
So great. Plus I can hear you. I mean, the walls are, it's like having a sheet up. It's...
Well, and I'm loud as shit.
Every time you film me, by the way, I'm wearing this outfit. I'm always wearing this sweatshirt, and I swear I wear other stuff.
That's what happens when you do a weekly vlog. The truth comes out that you only have one outfit. No, it's not that you have one outfit, it's that you only wear one outfit.
Yeah, I love this sweatshirt.
Yeah, I mean, hey, work from home comfies, right?
Well, I'll change. This is still from sleeping.
Yeah.
But...
Alright, I'm gonna take them back to my room. I just had to say hello.
Hello.
Jessie slept like shit, so she's so tired. Sorry for putting you on the spot here.
No, I mean, I was awake. When did you wake up? Like 2:15?
You woke up like 2:30, and then I basically
bouncing around for a while.
Yeah.
Which was why, like,
I was gonna say I
couldn't fall back asleep.
Yeah, I basically laid around for a solid 20 minutes, probably awake, trying to see if he was gonna chill out or not. And
I think he would have, but we both got up and peed.
Right.
So then he was like, "Huh."
Yeah. And
Did he like get sick or anything?
He pooped. So that's definitely it, because he didn't last night. So.
Right. Yeah, you had said he didn't poop, and I remember saying, at least in my head, could have been just in my head, that like that's gonna be a problem later.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, I was awake from then until at least 5 this morning, I could not sleep. I literally like sat on my phone or like tried to get, and I only went on my phone like once it was like 40 minutes of sitting
Yeah.
there. I was like, okay, what the hell?
Yeah, it always sucks.
Yeah. But anyway.
Alrighty, we'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye, buddy. Alright, so I was actually going to show you something here. I am working on something new today. We had basically just somebody was using, like in the database, somebody was using a role that had way too much access for like what they should be doing. They could have like fucked a bunch of stuff up. So this just pushed to the top like some of the stuff that we need to get done on the team and hasn't really been done or hasn't been done or being done consistently. And so I was kind of elected as the person to own this, which for me at this point, I'm just kind of like, sweet, for sure. Anything that I can learn, I enjoy, just to like broaden my skill set, but it also is just interesting to me to learn new things. So yeah, I'm learning a bunch of, the tool is Snowflake, for data warehouses and stuff. So I'm learning a bunch of stuff about role-based access control, if that means anything to anyone. But yeah, so it's kind of what I'm doing here today. And I do have a little bit of a goal in that there is something that my boss wants me to be able to get created by the end of the day. So kind of nice to have that like thing in my sights to work towards. But yeah, that's what we're working on.
What show?
First, we have Jessie here wearing a bib because she's eating pasta with red sauce.
And I'm wearing white.
And she's wearing white. And what are you notorious for?
Spilling. And it's always red shit on white stuff.
Like,
and I don't even know how it happens. Like I'll be so careful and then I'll get up and it'll be on like my sleeve. And I'm like, how would that even?
Like,
I'm trying to eat.
Every single time. Okay, so that was one thing, but the other thing is underneath the table. Jessie's got a dress on. Look at this guy.
He's like, that's my
He's like, hi there, YouTube then? Yeah, you're a good boy.
Where's Cora?
Hey, dogs. Aye. Aye. What are you doing, Cora? What are you doing? Aye. Aye. Very sunny out, which doesn't make for great YouTube filming, but it's why I came out here. Because it's beautiful. Yeah, it's late in the afternoon. I've actually been in meetings for the past couple hours now, which is funny because I really wasn't supposed to have any today, but that's kind of just how I'm realizing that things go, partially because I'm new and just getting added to stuff, but partially because of just how this team operates, and the team itself is rather new. So yeah, there's just a lot of moving parts and I really don't mind it. So yeah, so that was the past couple hours. Within that, I had meet and greets with one of the newest members to the team, newer than me, although she's been with the company for a few years, so she's just moving departments. So talked to her. That was really nice. And then actually, I'm just scheduling my meet and greets, even though I've been here for 2 weeks. Still haven't done like one-on-ones with everybody from the team, even though I've met them in team meetings. And yeah, so I had one of those and that was really great. Yeah, just really nice to be able to get to meet people on the team as a fully remote team. Just different, you know, I definitely want and love the remote lifestyle, being able to have that freedom, but it definitely is different to learn to work with a team remotely and collaborate that way. It's just not as easy to like walk over to somebody's desk and see what they're doing, or, you know, call somebody over to yours. So yeah, just takes a little bit more effort, a little bit more intention. So just want to try to get better at that. And actually, this individual that I met with, she said that she watches YouTube and asked me to share my channel. So if you happen to be watching, hello. Yeah, so just kind of fun, you know, it's fun to see how all the pieces of my life are kind of weaving themselves together, and yeah, just continue to feel really good. But anyways, I just want to take a quick break here because I've been in meetings. I haven't got a ton of stuff done, at least relative to what I wanted to. So I just really want to take a quick break with these guys. And Jessie is on her, well, will be on her way home. She's been out all afternoon basically getting her hair done, but she's gonna grab some food, a place that we haven't tried yet that we've really been wanting to, kind of like a healthy place. So yeah, that's kind of, she's gonna be doing that. We'll be eating soon, but I do want to get a bunch more work done. So I'm gonna do that in just a few minutes here. Well, the setup is officially complete here. Got my monitor, got my headphones charging in the back there, got my mouse and keyboard, so we are officially all set up. So I just finished up some dinner. I logged out just a little bit ago. The dogs are pooped here. I don't know if you can really see them, but they are sleeping under the table. Also, it is so damn peaceful out right now. Got the window open here, and just like sitting here eating, listening to the sounds of the birds and like literally not much else is so calming to me. And I'm so excited to get this like golden hour back. We're kind of on the tail end of it now, but like get it back in the evening. So I'm just like so excited. Today really feels like spring here. 70 and sunny, and it smells like spring. Yes, telling my past Chicago self, it's a beautiful thing. in the March 1st, 2nd, whatever day it is. But yeah, so just like so excited for that. It feels so good. And I'm actually headed upstairs right now to do a client call. I actually have just a couple clients that stayed on with me, basically lifers, people that I've been working with for a while and I'm super comfortable with, and that'll just take up, a handful of hours a month. But yes, so I'm gonna go jump to that. It'll actually be my first client call with me working the job, as I didn't want to do anything the first couple of weeks, just wanted to transition. But yeah, feeling really good about my ability to kind of do both things and put myself fully into them. So here we go. All right, call done. It was wonderful. Love my people, seriously. They're awesome. I've just really had the good fortune of working with some really, really amazing people over the last few years. So yeah, just super grateful for that. Yeah, just feeling really grateful overall today. I almost jumped on, I don't know, a little bit earlier, I don't know if it was before dinner or something like that, to basically mention just that. I'm just having one of those days where, I just feel really grateful all around. And it's been, I feel like last year ended up, while it was a good year, it ended up being just a year of so much change and so many new things. And while that's happening now, obviously for me as well, it's happening with a more, the future of it is more certain and more stable than what was happening last year. I knew I was pivoting in my business. I knew things are going to be changing personal life-wise, or figured they might be. And so, yeah, there was just a lot of stuff going on. And it just feels like there's a level of, and I've probably said this 100 times in my videos recently, but just I'm right where I need to be. And there's a real sense of that in my body. And as a big thinker and deep feeler, specifically as a highly sensitive person, that peace in my system, my nervous system, is just so apparent. So yeah, just feeling really good. And yeah, it was kind of fun to bring you on a much more in-depth day with me, since both Monday and Tuesday were kind of a wash. But that's life, right? Ebbs and flows. So yeah, thanks for hanging out today. I'm not sure if I will film anything else. It's 7:30-ish getting to, and yeah, feel like I just need to kind of take a breather after, it's not like my day was super taxing by any means, but just been kind of go. Haven't seen Jessie all day, so I'm gonna head downstairs and talk to her and probably just relax a little bit. Do you not like it, buddy? No, Cora. No, Cora. This is what happens when you have explosive diarrhea in the morning. Cora, no. Hello. Figure I should do a quick check-in here. It's been another day of not a ton of vlogging, but it's been a really good day overall. I got some work done. I had a meeting with my boss to go over some of that work. I got a little bit of time outside, just kind of like at lunch, and then a little bit of a quick break in the afternoon. Another gorgeous day here, just like 70s and sunny. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It was like so nice to be outside and walk around in my bare feet in the grass. And then I actually have another client call tonight. Yeah, just so happens that I had 2 of them this week, which, yeah, back-to-back nights, which will be kind of nice just because then next week I won't have any client calls. So just kind of ebbs and flows. And yeah, we're Thursday night here, which is kind of crazy going into a Friday, obviously, but for me, just kind of like, again, as I mentioned last week, getting into that mindset of, oh, it's like I have an actual Friday, like this is when I end work, my week ends here, and then I get to tune out. But yeah, so that's where I'm at tonight. I don't know what else I have for you, but if I got anything, I'll hit you up. Otherwise, I'll see you in the morning. Friend, happy Friday. It's Friday morning. It's past 9 a.m. and I'm on the road. Kind of weird, right? Should be logged into work. I am working today. However, I'm currently on my way to getting my hairs cut, which is a good thing because it's been feeling a bit unruly as of the past week or so. But yeah, I am very excited about this because, like, as you know, if you've been here for a bit and through my transition and stuff like that, you'll know that being self-employed, I just love the freedom that afforded me and being able to do stuff during the day, during the week. I just love that. I just like, feels so crappy to have to like wait for the weekend or to schedule on an evening or something like that. I don't know, it feels weird to me, and I get that this is like how most of the world operates. But for me, it just seems kind of unnatural to not be able to do life things when you want to. I know it's a highly privileged view, but I don't know, that's just like the big thinker, deep feeler in me. I think that is connected to a simpler way of life. Just doesn't quite, the whole like working world 9 to 5 thing just like really doesn't fully make sense to my body, my system. So anyways, yeah, really always appreciated that with being self-employed. It was like one of the main reasons I loved that was that I could go shopping at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, or I could get my hair cut during the day on a Friday. So when I realized, because I had scheduled this the last time I got my hair cut, and I realized earlier this week, I was like, oh shit, I have a haircut at 10 a.m. on Friday. And I was like, well, technically I would really only be offline for like hour and a half. I was like, that seems manageable. I work from home. My boss and my team, the schedule stuff isn't super strict. We're remote anyways in different time zones. So it's not like the times that we're all online fully overlap anyways. So because I asked Jessie first, I was like, yeah, do you think I could like ask my boss if I could just like be offline for that time? She's like, I don't know. So anyways, all this to say, I had asked my boss the other day, I was like, hey, do you mind if I'm offline for this hour and a half on Friday? And the answer was, nope, not a big deal. So, you know, just kind of funny to how I didn't really build this one up too much, but a lot of times we may build these things up. Should I ask? Should I not ask? Should I ask? Oh, I don't know. Like, and he was just like, no, it's fine. So yes, on my way to get my haircut. I'm feeling really good about that. Kind of nice to have this little bit of freedom to do these things. Because at least where I'm going right now, I do have to drive into the city a little bit here, so I would not want to do this on like an evening or weekend. Not that it's like Chicago traffic here, but still not enjoyable, really. But that's currently what's going on. I do actually have some stuff that I really need to get to today in terms of work. So what kind of sucks is that between this and then we actually have like a monthly larger team meeting this afternoon. So between those two things, there's kind of like a chunk of my day taken out. And so I'm not really going to have that many working hours today. So that's like kind of hard because it's just not going to be like uber productive. But I am going to try to like sprint during those times and make them as productive as possible. I did have one other thing that's very present this morning, which is that just kind of some news that kind of hit me and rattled me a little bit to start my day, which is my dad actually sent me a post on Instagram from the personal training studio that I used to work out of in Chicago. And WGN had done a story, so like that was like what the, you know, like popped up with like WGN news reporting on blah, blah, blah. And they're doing a story on one of the trainers who was recently diagnosed with ALS. And I happen to know the trainer well. And it was just a quick, like, minute-long clip. But, you know, they showed him, like, in a wheelchair and talking and stuff like that. And it just ripped my heart out, to be, you know, fully transparent about it. Man, like, to see somebody like him who was just, like, such a good guy. He's a very big personality. He was loud, boisterous, so pretty different from me in that regard. Yeah, I'm just a little bit quieter and calmer, but he's just like so full of life, and I always appreciate people like that are good people. And that's like definitely who he is. So to see him just kind of like shrunken down into like the glimpse of him that I caught in this video is just, man, just absolutely brutal. So I was like tearing up about it because I showed Jessie, and I just like felt this like wave of emotion come on, and I was like, I was just like, damn it, I have to process this. Like, said it out loud to Jessie. I like set my bowl of oatmeal down and just like put my head in my hands and started crying. It's so hard when you see this shit happen to good people, and it just always feels like it happens to the wrong people. It's never the bad guys, you know, it's always the good ones.
And I know it's so cliche, but like it's fucking true, you know? It's like it just seems so unfair. That was like the thing that a big piece of like why I was getting emotional was obviously about his situation, but like that's what I was kind of like telling Jessie. I was like, it's just so fucking unfair. And I understand that that's life. I don't expect life to be fair. I'm not naive. And that's not even something that I like grasp for. I don't wish that life was fair necessarily. Because yeah, it's just not. It's just hard to see that, and yeah, man. But I will say, as somebody who struggles with some ongoing health issues, some things that are still don't have answers, are undiagnosed, and I don't share a bunch on here just because I'm not quite ready yet, and I don't know if I ever will be, but I've been struggling with it more recently as well. The past like few months I haven't felt great, and it just really gives me a lot of perspective. It's like, you're struggling with something, but it's not that, you know? It's like, even I watched a Scrubs episode last night, and the Dr. Kevin Casey, for any of you Scrubs fanatics, Dr. Michael J. Fox, who comes in, actually that's interesting, hadn't even made that connection yet. He came in and he plays this part of this doctor with debilitating OCD, but he's also brilliant, and so, you know, JD and Dr. Cox and Turk, like at the end of the episode, they all end up getting like super annoyed, or essentially jealous, because Dr. Kevin Casey brings up their own shortcomings, and so they all get pissed at him, as opposed to like looking inwards. And so what happens is that JD goes to confront Dr. Kevin Casey and give him a piece of his mind, and he's like in the the on-call room of like surgery or whatever, and he's washing his hands, and it's like clearly after hours, the lights are out and stuff like that, and he had been sitting there for hours after surgery washing his hands. He's like, I'm just so frustrated. He's like, it's been a tough week, and I just want to relax, and I can't stop fucking washing my hands. And you can just see the frustration, and immediately JD is just like, oh shit, we all have our burdens, we all have our cross to bear, whatever that may be. And so that hit me last night, and then, you know, obviously with all this morning, it just really does create a lot of perspective. And, you know, like anybody, there are times where I feel sorry for myself. And again, I don't share about this, so you don't really have context for how much or how often it impacts my life. But it's quite a bit. And so it's very easy to start feeling sorry for oneself. And again, like, this is my personal thing, but like for you, it could be this other area of your life. And so, yeah, it really creates that perspective of, we all struggle with something at some point in our lives for some length of time. And at the end of the day, if we're living and we're breathing, even if life is hard, we should just be very grateful for it, because somebody somewhere has it worse than us. And so to just really truly be grateful for what we do have, and not focus on what we don't, not focus on what our life isn't, especially for somebody like me. Or if you guys know about Jessie, because she shares her story and her journey with health issues and weight gain and stuff like that. a little bit more openly, or a lot more openly than I do. It really sucks when you can also compare yourself to a current version of yourself. For both of us, we led very different lives a few years ago. And so while there have been a lot of beautiful, wonderful changes, there are also some really incredibly frustrating, painful ones. So yeah, just like really always coming back to what it is that we do have rather than what we don't. And just focus on the loved ones in our lives and just always, loving on them as much as humanly possible, because, again, I'm feeling sentimental and cliche, but that's all we ever have is the current moment and the people around us. And we never know when that's going to go away. So, Billy, I love you. I know you're not watching this, but just putting it out there that, sending all the love. And thank you for being a light in the world. All right, just got back from my haircut. Obviously, fresh cut. Feeling good about it. But I got a bunch of messages while I was out, so yeah, I'm going to jump right into things here. Gonna be a pretty busy rest of the day, I think. So, here I go. All right, just picked up some Indian food, and I am so ready to eat. I'm a little bit frustrated because the day was busy, full of meetings, and the work that I was trying to get done, I didn't really fully get it done by the end of the day, and I was working on it with somebody, which was really helpful, but it just, it felt like it was difficult to get done, and so it's kind of hanging there, and I feel like I'm just having kind of a tough time letting that go, because it's not like super high priority, but it's something that we want done sooner rather than later. So I think this is just going to be a learning opportunity for me to like either engage in it like over the weekend if I really want to make progress on it, or just let it go and deal with it Monday morning. And if somebody's unhappy with progress, then that's what it is. But yeah, just kind of noticing that, and so going to try to work on that so that I'm not bringing it with me energetically over the weekend, because we don't need that. Time to unplug and relax a little bit.
How do I do this?